Welcome to Faith Fiction or Folklore or the Try podcast, where we try not to F it up. And today we are going to listen to a documentary, Demons film, with Dr. Michael S. Heiser, and kind of react and talk about it.
And we're going to call YouTube communists because they've been pushing Heisner and we don't know why. I'm suspecting the game.
Heiser, there is no N.
Oh, well, whatever. Shows your plan isn't working, YouTube. I can't even remember his name. You fail. You fail. Whatever you're trying to do, you fail at it. All right, sorry, go on. So we got a documentary here about demons. What are we going to learn about demons in this documentary, Trevor?
I don't recall.
You don't recall?
Yeah, I listened to it like a year ago.
Okay, so we could be surprised today. Is that what you're telling me?
Yep, very surprised.
He could start talking about clowns or something?
I hope so. That would be hilarious.
That would be funny.
That would cover our folklore, wouldn't it?
Clowns?
Clowns are folklore.
I don't know, maybe. It's a good question. Do clowns qualify as folklore?
I
guess. We're gonna say yes.
I guess the being scared of them would be part of folklore.
Mean the fear of clowns?
And fear of clowns?
Possibly.
Do you know the name for that?
No, I do not. I know it's a big name. I wonder if Jordan Peterson has anything to say about the fear of clowns. No, you gotta face that dragon and honk it right on its big red honker. Then take it to the gulag. This is terrible, Jordan Peterson. I apologize to Jordan Peterson for that horrible impression. Somebody deserves to be apologized to for that.
He's gonna copyright.
Apologies to the viewers. Is his voice on copyright? Is his voice on copyright?
Well, nowadays you can copyright just about anything.
That's true. It's true. All right, let's go ahead and play it, Mr. Trevor. I'm curious as to what
it's from
we're learn here.
The channel Logos Bible Study platform. So thank you for them making the video.
All right.
Sort of creeping suspicion or creeping narrative that says, well, we really don't believe in these things. You know, those possession accounts in the Gospels, those are really just psychological conditions and, you know, other health problems. And it's like, okay, there are a couple that, you know, could go either way with that. But, you know, Jesus doesn't command a brain or, you know, abnormality to go into a herd of pigs over the edge, you know, into the sea. You know, they're just narratives that don't fit that.
What do you think?
About demons being psychological?
Yeah.
I think it's very cute. Wait until you have one.
Ugh. I don't like that. I don't want to have one.
Yeah, well, these guys, they sit there and they say that stuff, and it's just kind of, in my opinion, it just kind of shows their ignorance. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not super interested. It's like, okay, buddy, it's psychological, sure, whatever you say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't take people who say that super seriously because they've obviously never been through it. So,
right.
It's like, all right, but whatever. So sure, it's all in your head. Just keep telling yourself that. Okay. So maybe it's weird. Maybe it's evidence I'm insane that I treat these people that say it's psychological with the same aggravated contempt that I would a petulant toddler. But
we're all petulant toddlers if you really think about it.
It's like, well, when you go through it for like 10 years and you have like all these horrible memories about it, and then some jackwagon is like, oh, it's just in your imagination. It's all in your head. You're like, okay, buddy. All right. Fine,
if you've seen the things I've seen or been through what I've been through, you would probably say something different.
Well, everybody does, right? It's like,
yeah.
People make fun of other people until they actually go through something, and then, you know, they'll change their mind real quick then, but
yep.
Until they're actually going through it themselves, it's just easier to say people are crazy.
Yeah, for the longest time, I didn't really think much of depression. I didn't think it was that difficult to go through it, and now that I'm going through it and been through it, it's like it's a whole different level of understanding.
Yeah, well, people just don't. It's one of the crappy things about people is we don't really give each other the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we kind of just assume everybody's full of crap until we go through it. Then we want sympathy, but not until we've actually went through it ourselves. It's just one of the crappy things about being a human.
Yeah, and the best thing is when best and worst thing is when you finally learn to just give it to God, fall on your knees, pray to God, and He'll get you through it. A lot easier for me personally. It was a lot easier to do that than take 10 different depression meds that didn't work and didn't work and didn't work. So I finally found one that did work for a little bit, and then it like backfired and made it worse. Yeah. And I wound up in the hospital, but anyways.
It's almost like they do that on purpose, that whole SSRI thing.
Yeah.
When they sit there and they like go, oh, this will fix it, and then you end up in worse shape than you were to start with.
Yep.
It's almost like it's a racket. They want you sick.
They want
it's
you
weird.
sick.
No, but that's a conspiracy theory. No, the pharmaceutical companies are here to help, Trevor. They love you.
They love
you. They love you so much.
Yeah. What's worse is your local doctor. They don't know. They went to school for 8 years and were told everything about what they were told. And it was not necessarily not right, but it was not everything. It's almost like they were told half the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. It's like, but they always assume that, you know, everybody always kind of assumes they're being told the truth, though, too.
Yeah.
And then whenever they realize they're not, it's like very hard to convince them that they were lied to. Was it Mark Twain has a statement? It's really easy to lie to somebody, but it's really difficult to convince somebody they've been lied to.
Yeah. Especially when they've been told that lie for their whole life. And
yeah.
Then you tell them something else and they get mad at you because it's not their truth.
Yeah, well, people just don't like to admit they've been bamboozled.
And that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's pride, good old fashioned pride.
Pride and ego.
Yeah.
That's something I've been working on here lately. It's just letting go of that ego.
Oh yeah?
That ego that it has to be a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't have to be a certain way. You can let go of that ego and ask for help every once in a while.
Mm-hmm. See, I don't have an ego. I am practically perfect in every way.
All right, Mary Poppins.
Glad you caught that. That makes me feel better about the human race. All right, sorry. Go on. Let's start. We're not even a sentence into this thing. Let's try to redeem ourselves here a little bit.
When it comes to the spiritual world, we are forced to use the language of our own experience. Things we can process.
But then again,
distance, time, space, and the biblical right.
Hang on.
Yeah, you're on what?
Yeah, you're gonna have to share your audio because I can't hear it.
Writers are doing it because guess what?
The live stream is about 2 minutes behind, so I can't really use it to listen.
Oh, okay. How do I share my audio?
You have to turn off the share screen and then redo it and then type in your audio or what have you.
Oh. I'm not sure how to do that. Yeah.
Turn off share. Oh, just give it a minute. Take your time.
You want me to just keep playing the video and...
Yeah, go ahead and play it and people can at least hear it.
They're using words that they know and their audience knows. So they're taking things from their world, vocabulary, metaphors, And they're using those things to describe the indescribable. What we tend to do in Christian tradition is the white hats are...
Do what?
Oh, I'm getting pieces of what he said, and I heard describe the indescribable.
Oh. I don't know how to describe the indescribable.
Hence the adjective there, I imagine.
Yeah.
Are angels, the black hats are demons. Well, the text of Scripture doesn't really conform to that. Deuteronomy 32:8-9, when the Most High divided up the nations, when he fixed their boundaries and their borders, he fixed their number according to the number of the sons of God. Now that's what the Dead Sea Scrolls say. It's what the new RSV says, ESV, NLT. The number of modern translations will follow the Dead Sea Scrolls. Other ones don't. They'll read Sons of Israel instead of Sons of God. And Sons of God is the demonstrably correct reading because of the Dead Sea Scroll material. If you think about the Babel event and say, well, why would God divide up the nations according to these Sons of Israel? That's the traditional reading that a lot of Bibles still have. It doesn't make any sense because Israel didn't exist at the time of Babel. And so people wonder, well, what do we do with that? Well, the real answer is that isn't what the original text actually said. And we wouldn't really know any of that had it not been for the Dead Sea Scrolls. Now, the Septuagint also matters a lot. What the Septuagint sort of does, because it's Greek, is the translators of the Septuagint looked at all of this vocabulary for both good guys and bad guys in the supernatural world. And they more or less made the decision that we're going to call the good guys angeloi, messengers, angels, and we're going to call the bad guys daimonion, demons. The early church grew up on the Septuagint. And there it's all angels and demons.
One in 5 kids still lives with the dangerous effects of secondhand smoke.
I don't know if I trust this guy, Trevor. I mean, I don't know what's going on.
Why don't you trust him?
I'm getting the whole, I'm going to give you hidden knowledge vibes. You know what I mean? Like, charlatans are always into the whole, I'm going to tell you the way it really went down. That dirty church is lying to you. And I'm just getting those vibes. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's just me, but I'm just a little...
Well, that's why you're here.
Sus right now. I'm a little sus.
That's why you're here.
I haven't made up my mind yet. Because I'm naturally suspicious of these people.
To help me discern whether or not they're being deceitful. Because for me, stuff like this, I find it fascinating.
Well, the thing is like, he didn't really say anything. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, oh, the church decided to call the good guys angels.
Yeah.
And he decided to call the bad guys demons, which you knew already. But he said it in a really condescending manner to make you think he's taught you something. I mean, but you already knew that. It's like, what else? You got to call the bad guys and good guys something, guy. I mean, obviously, they had a name for stuff.
All right.
Why is that surprising, and why do I need a lecture on that?
Well, honestly, my small take from it is maybe he's not a Christian, and he's just a historian looking at demons.
He's like what was that guy, Brett?
He's part of the secular world. He's just not. He's not really. He doesn't really believe it, but he doesn't not believe it as well. He's just kind of reading over what he knows, what he sees.
Yeah. I don't know, but I'm getting I'm going to tell you how it really is vibes, and it's like, okay, buddy, sure you are.
Well, let's find out.
Yeah, there are some terms that we should sort of
record, though,
camp on just a little bit.
One of the I'm just getting pieces of it through my headphones.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Sorry.
You're good, man.
A biblical writer will actually use Elohim of God, the God of the Bible, and lots of lesser beings. Okay, the gods of the nations. Psalm 82, the members of God's council, his entourage, the heavenly host. It will use Elohim of the disembodied dead in 1 Samuel 28. It will use Elohim of the Shadim in Deuteronomy 32:17, again, which usually gets translated demons, but really is a territorial entity. But however we understand that, it's not the God of Israel. It's something lower, but it's still Elohim. And the reason why that's okay for a biblical writer to do is that Elohim is just a term you would use as a label on anything that by nature is a disembodied member of the spiritual world, good or evil. It's just if you're a disembodied entity and your natural estate is the spiritual world now, you're an Elohim.
That's beautiful.
An ancient person would build an idol. Okay, stone,
piano.
wood, whatever it is.
Play the piano.
And they're not idiots. They know that they just built that thing. The idea wasn't that this is my deity and then it just dies there. The idea is that I will build this object as a home for a spiritual entity. They would do ceremonies on the idol, like the opening of the mouth. Because opening of the mouth, that means it's alive because it takes in breath and all that kind of stuff, just like someone who's breathing is alive. Well, they would transfer that thinking to this object. They would perform some ritual with the idea that when we open the mouth, the entity, the spirit entity,
can you hear it now?
Will come and inhabit the object or attach itself to the object.
Not really.
That's why in ancient texts, when idols were destroyed, people aren't thinking, oh, my God's dead now. No, they're thinking, man, when I get home, I got to build another one. And then apologize for letting that happen to the first house, and then do the ritual again, and then the deity will come back and reside with me, or in this temple, or whatever it is. So there's a connection.
Okay,
there's a direct connection between idols and Elohim, gods, in the ancient world. They're not, separable things in that one is real and the other isn't. The whole reason you created an idol was to get this real entity to attach itself to it and be with you so that you can barter with it. This is the essence of polytheism. You placate the gods. You believe that you need them on your side to live a good life.
We're adding.
You think you know David's story.
We're adding?
Uh-oh.
Oh no, what's happening?
I shared my screen, and now your webcam is not working.
Let's go to Deuteronomy
it's because
32:17.
it minimizes.
The Israelites are accused of not worshiping God, capital G-O-D, but instead worshiping Shadim. And then the next line says Elohim, that they have not known.
You're still sharing your screen.
So the Shadim are called Elohim in that verse. Now, in the Septuagint, Shadim gets translated as demons, daimonion.
Cool.
Paul quotes that verse, Deuteronomy 32:17 in 1 Corinthians 10:21 and 22, when he warns the Corinthians about not eating meat that had been sacrificed to demons. Now here's the question. For all of you who want to say, oh, it's just idols, they're just objects of stone or whatever, and they don't have real entities behind them, why would Paul care then? Are you saying that Paul didn't believe that demons were real? I'm sorry, but Paul did.
No.
Okay, Paul quotes this passage using Elohim of these other entities that certainly did have idols made for them. In the biblical worldview, these were real entities that mattered because they were hostile and could lead people astray away from the true God.
That messed up the stream a little bit.
Oh, did it? Ruh-roh!
Uh-oh.
If you go back and you look at the first rebellion, Genesis 3, again, the figure that will eventually become known as Satan. The word Satan in Hebrew is not in Genesis 3. The serpent is never actually called Satan in the Hebrew Bible, in the whole Old Testament. This is how it works in the Old Testament. The first rebel gets cast down to the eretz. That's a Hebrew term for ground or land. It's also a term that can be used of the underworld.
I'm actually kind of interested in what he has to say, but I can't hear it still. So.
Oh.
We're getting closer, though. I can read your tags very clearly, or at least I could. A lot of Trump politics there, Trevor.
A lot of politics.
Are you a political fiend now? Have I converted you into a political fiend?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet?
Let's see. Share.
Hey, it's you twice on the live stream. That's fun.
Oh no. How did that happen?
That's a good question.
What the heck is going on? Hold on. Sorry, chat.
Oh, sorry, chat. Sorry. I'm going to put it on Trevor, though, because I'm not producing this week. It's all you. It's really nice.
Oh,
it's really nice to be on this end.
I stopped sharing. Okay,
it's really nice to be on this end. It ain't my problem. I don't have to worry about it. Hey, you see Trevor? He's the one that has to fix all this technical stuff. I don't have to do it. Because I've got work, or in a matter of speaking, work to do.
Go ahead. Make fun of me. Make fun of me, because I'm learning.
I ain't making fun of you. I'm basking in the fact that this ain't my problem. The fact that I am not the one doing this makes me so happy. You have not lived until you've had crap like this happen when some bigwig senator or billionaire is on the other line. Dude, It's like the worst feeling in the world. You've got 30 seconds to fix this crap, and people that make more money than you've ever seen are looking at you like you're an idiot. It's wonderful. So the fact that it's you and not me is making me... This is like a vindictive pleasure I can't even describe to you. So... My apologies for being vindictive and petty.
That's fine. You've been there, done that, seen what happens.
I think it's the empathy. It's like, it sucks, don't it? It's a horrible feeling. It sucks. I've been right there. I've been right there with you. I know.
I'm just glad it wasn't in front of a billionaire or millionaire or whatever.
It's all right. It's all right.
Unless you were hiding billions of dollars that I don't know about.
I wouldn't tell you if I was.
Exactly. Yeah, I can't figure out how to share my audio. And every time I hit stop sharing, it switches the cameras.
All right, well, let's see here. I don't know if I can help you. I've turned mine off. So my share screen and all that good stuff's shut off. Typically what happens is whenever you hit share screen, there's usually an icon where you pick which screen you're going to share.
Yeah.
And then beside it, or under it, depending on the layout, there's a spot that says share audio.
Okay.
And that's how you share audio. It's right at the same moment when you pick the screen that you're going to share.
Found it. Share screen. Share
Found
sound.
It! All right.
Okay. Share. Wrong screen.
Wrong screen. Oh, no! It's OBS!
Okay. Try again. Share that screen. Share sound.
Okay.
Share. And then get that off. Because it automatically throws that on there. Because it wants to. And then let's play and see if we can hear it.
Let's play it.
Why? Because in Israelite cosmology, the underworld was actually inside
Perseverance.
This is the realm that was associated with death. Why? Because you bury people when they die.
Yeah.
And the being who's in charge of this, or who's the cause of all this, is this figure from Genesis 3 who has been cast down to this place. Instead of being like the Most High or above the...
Do you want me to restart the video?
No, you're good. Let's just keep it going.
Stars of God. No, now you're going to be like beneath the feet of mortals, the ones that you sought to lead astray and destroy. So we get the kernel thoughts that actually are systematized in the New Testament.
My energy bill dropped from $150 to $50.
Hey, look at that!
My friends laughed at me when I spent $49.
I was missing you, ads. I was wondering where have you been?
And for our ad of the day.
One of the things that comes up a lot is what's going on in the bad place. Okay? Because you get prohibitions, like in Deuteronomy 18 is a passage that a lot of people are familiar with, that forbids certain practices that involve contact with the other side. For instance, Deuteronomy 18 very clearly forbids necromancy. You don't contact the dead, whether the dead is disembodied human dead or spirit beings who are just in the realm of the dead. You don't do that. There's some logical.
So that's actually a controversy that I've talked to, lots of Christians, and mostly in our family. They don't agree. They don't agree that doing like what's it called when you do go into a haunted house and just kind of ask questions and stuff. What's that called?
Oh yes. Like I don't remember the EVP sessions.
Yeah, stuff like that. Is that good or bad? Because that's contacting the dead.
I mean, to be honest, I'd kind of consider it pointless before I consider it good or bad, because they just lie. It's like they don't ever tell you anything. You know what I mean?
And if they do,
it's like, I mean,
yeah,
like you can. I would consider it. It says, don't do seances, don't summon them, don't do witchcraft and everything like that. And yeah, I agree. Like, you do that stuff, you're opening a door and giving them permission to go into your house, basically. But
following you around.
So you don't. Yeah, and they'll follow you around and give you a bad day and all the rest of it. But
yeah.
But the thing is, it's like, if you're in a haunted house, it's like, okay, technically you're not. It's a hard situation because back then, it's like they were trying to implement these gods and stuff to like make them prosperous, and they were trying to do specific things with those entities, and that you have to factor that in too. Like, it's not the talking to the stuff that is in and of itself wrong, because like, how are you supposed to rebuke it in the name of Jesus if you can't, if you're not allowed to talk to it? You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of, it's not the words that are necessarily the issue. It's what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish. But if you speak to that crap, you are going to let it in, and you're opening yourself up to it. And I mean, in my opinion, they're not going to tell you anything useful, just to be blunt. So you're kind of wasting your time even trying. That would be my personal attempt, because it's like, what? Because I remember when I went, one of the few times I actually heard one of the trashy things, like it said, "So young, so old, happy birthday, boy." Now this was an audible voice, like not kind of in your head, like an audible, out loud thing, and disembodied voice in the room kind of thing. And what did that mean? Absolutely nothing. It was just garbled nonsense. But that's how they talk. They sit there and they say this garbled nonsense to make you think it's something profound. And it's not. It's just crap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're kind of wasting your time even talking to them, in my opinion.
I got you.
So does that answer the question at all?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I've considered going in and making a video doing it. But most everyone I know has kind of a similar opinion. It's bad or not worth the time doing it, or
yeah,
just don't do it. So
when I did it, it took me. I had something particularly nasty follow me home, and it took like a week for it to go away.
yeah, I remember you told stories on that before.
Yeah, it was not fun. But gosh, I mean, my friends from high school have the tape, but that's one of the creepiest tapes I ever heard. Like, just because you hear the Ghost Adventure EVP stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But it was like every 15 seconds or so for like an hour. Hey, come here. Hey, listen, come here. You know.
Yeah.
It's like the voice of a little girl, but there were multiple voices too. And then the loudest one that actually had a tone, because usually the others are all like airy and, you know, whispery and faint and stuff.
Yeah.
One of them actually had a tone though, and it said very clearly, "Guys, I have to say something." One of the freakiest things it's up in the top 5. So yeah, that was pretty intense. But you know, there was a consequence to that. One of the stupid things followed me home, and I didn't get to sleep for a little bit. Wow. So you know, it's not, you're opening yourself up to that stuff. So when you talk to them, and that just, it's more trouble than it's worth, in my opinion.
Speaking of following you home, I have recently noticed something in town here that I have not noticed before.
Oh, yeah?
Creep me out. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and just tell it on stream. Usually I'll go and get like a gallon of milk.
I think a spook from the CIA was following you home.
Possibly.
Because you're all frozen.
Oh, did we freeze?
Oh, no.
Wow.
It was a convenient...
Maybe I won't tell
Stable network connection.
Yeah,
oh!
I'm losing my... Wow.
The ghosty goos are shaking the power lines.
They don't want me bringing it up. You see that?
So something fall... We'll see perseverance, Trevor. So, okay, if something bad doesn't want you to do something, you should probably do it. So,
okay.
No, so you had something following you home?
No. I was going to go get a gallon of milk from Dollar General. It's right down the street.
Yeah.
So I drive down the street constantly to go to Dollar General, get a gallon of milk, usually after work. I've done this hundreds of times. And I have a Mazda 5, and so the back door on our car slides open. So I am driving down the street, which I've done hundreds of times, and my back door pops open. It doesn't slide all the way open and slam open. It just opens while I'm driving.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh crap, what's going on? And I was about to pull in this other place, and I looked up and I was like, I'm not pulling in there. I'm going to go on to Dollar General. It was a Freemasons lodge. Never seen it before. And now it's all of a sudden here. And my door magically opens when I'm driving past it. Freaked me out.
Dad, blame Freemasons.
So.
Get out of here. Nobody wants any ghosty goos in our town.
Yeah, so I was like, well, I'm going to pray about this and act like I still don't see them, but once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Yeah.
Because it's a street I drive down almost, not every day, but constantly.
Right.
And I've lived here in this house for a little over a year now, and I've driven this route many times, and like in the last week, I just now noticed the Freemason Lodge. But
trying to recruit you, Trevor.
Yeah, when I notice it, my back door opens on my car while I'm driving.
Like every every time or just that one time?
Just that one time, but it was enough to
Yeah.
creep me out to a very creepy point. So.
Watch out for them Freemasons, man. And then they start shaking the power lines.
Yeah.
Thought the Freemasons are recruiting. Why were they mad about that?
I don't know.
Oh, who knows?
Maybe it's because I'm praying more.
Maybe because they knew I'd make fun of them. You silly Freemasons. What are you trying to recruit people for? Goobers.
I don't know. Well, do you want to end it here or keep listening to this guy?
Let's keep listening to it because we said we were going to react, and I don't think I've listened to a word he said. I feel a little inconsiderate, honestly.
Uh-oh.
Questions, even from that just one point. Would God really give commands to not do something that you couldn't do? I mean, do we have a command, thou shalt not flap your arms and fly? Well, I'm good with that one. I'll never break that one. No, the whole logic of commands is that God commands things that are within the purview of human capability, that they actually would work.
That's a good point.
There are supernatural intelligences that are not.
What's a fair point?
The fact that, God commanded it because you can do it. So the secessionists.
Uh-oh. I'm lagging again.
Idea that you can't talk to that point.
I'm lagging
Well
again.
Played, random guy on the internet. Michael Hesler.
Uh.
Are you? They're shaking the power lines again. Look, we're done talking about it. Good. Now I'm technically talking to it. So don't do that. You'll open a door.
Wow.
Goofy Caspers.
We rebuke that in Jesus' name.
Yeah, we rebuke that. Exactly. In Jesus' name.
Am I getting double audio output?
I'm not noticing anything.
Okay. Because my mic is picking up on something when I'm not talking.
I don't know what that could be, sir.
It wasn't doing that before. Now it's doing it all of a sudden.
Well, I don't know. Seems like a weird night for technical glitches, though.
Yeah.
Are you still there?
Yeah. It's
okay.
Even during the silence, my mic is picking up on something.
Uh-oh. Well, that's not good.
Is it because I'm moving?
What are you hearing exactly?
I'm not hearing anything. It's the bar, the green bar.
Oh, well, ignore that thing. Yeah, it's a goober.
Okay, yeah, it was just me moving the mic. That's what it was.
Yeah, don't worry about that thing. You got yourself freaked out, Trevor.
Yep, I'm freaked out. It's because we paused on the Ouija board. That's what it was.
Well, get it off the Ouija board!
Friendly. That would just love to manipulate you and destroy you. And so what God is saying is, look, you don't do these certain things because these are rituals or habits or gestures of solicitation to other intelligences that, that will work. And it's not the point that God is a killjoy. He doesn't want you to know what's going to happen. He doesn't want you to know this particular, point of knowledge. The whole point of these kinds of prohibitions are, if you sort of get sucked into the spirit world on the dark side, or you traverse into it, you don't know what you're getting. It's not your realm. Don't think you know what you're encountering, what you're being told. You don't have any feel for this space over here.
Beautiful music. I'm going to pause it during the music so we don't get copyrighted.
That's a good call. But he's right on that.
Yeah, he is right. That's creepy.
When you look at some of these passages, there are interesting phrases, like some of these spirits are called knowing ones.
Are you a knowing
What
one?
do they know? Well, They know lots of things because they've been around a whole lot longer than you have. They've seen what happens to people, to human civilization. They know what happens in the spiritual world. I mean, their knowledge base is a whole lot bigger than yours. And they can deceive you with that knowledge. Don't listen to them.
Don't listen to them.
They're going to give you information. They're going to give you secret knowledge. But it might just lead to your own destruction. It might lead you to worship them. They'd really like that. Being worshipped, being followed, being obeyed is appealing to supernatural beings in rebellion because it's a way to subtract glory and worship from God, who is their adversary, and also to empower them in such a way that you, who they want disposed of anyway, you make yourself more vulnerable to that. So those are the two sort of fundamental reasons why a supernatural intelligence, again, that is in rebellion already with God, and that relationship, according to Scripture, is irreversible. There's nothing in Scripture that suggests that a supernatural being in rebellion can be redeemed. And so the only thing that you can do to sort of get back at the judge who put you in this situation is to harm him, to take glory away from him, to harm the people that he does love.
Can we pause? See, I've heard that. I've heard people say that the demons can't be redeemed and all this, and they pull that from the Book of Enoch. I don't know if I buy that. I think a lot of, I think the rebellion is deliberate. You know what I mean?
Do you think demons can be saved?
I think they could be if they wanted to be, but they don't want to be. That's kind of my contention about it. And I feel like there's this I don't know why people are like so obsessed with saying this person can't be redeemed or that individual can't be redeemed or whatever, but I don't. When you look at like Sodom and Gomorrah, for example,
yeah,
right, like the criterion for them was, well, like I should say this: when Christ was talking to Capernaum, he said it'll be more tolerable for Sodom and Gomorrah than for you on the day of judgment. Now, why would he say that? Because the sin was not the criterion. It was the fact that they were rejecting Christ. God had showed up in front of them, and they were intentionally rejecting him. And because they were intentionally rejecting him, even after being given an opportunity that their ancestors certainly never had, it was that act of rejection that was what was going to condemn them and what was going to rank them horribly in the kingdom. And I think that hell, this is just me, but I don't think that this is just a matter of obeying the rules or disobeying the rules or whatever. I think that the people who go to hell or choose to go to hell, I think it's deliberate. I think it's, like as C.S. Lewis said, hell is locked from the inside. I think that's a lot of what this is. And yeah, I just think that these things, they don't want to go to heaven. I put it like this. If you're a Republican, and you see Hillary Clinton in heaven, would you still go? If you're a Democrat and you see Trump in heaven, would you still go? I am convinced that there are people that would throw themselves into hell simply because they cannot abide the idea of people they don't like going to heaven.
All right.
Like, it's pride, it's self-righteousness. I think the devil, because what's he called in Revelation? And how's he treated in Job? He's called the accuser. Yeah. He accuses the brethren. In other words, he's always making the case that this person or that person isn't worthy. That's his whole role. Like, he accuses. He's the prosecutor, and God is our advocate. Now, if God is our advocate and Satan is an accuser, it's very difficult for me to imagine that Satan is in hell because he doesn't want to be redeemed. But redemption requires submission to God. And the thing that makes them a demon definitionally is their refusal to submit to God.
Yeah.
So it's not a matter of being unforgiven. It's the refusal to submit.
It's an ongoing rebellion.
Yeah, it's an ongoing rebellion. I'm sure, I don't know, but I feel confident saying God would take them back if they wanted to come back, but I don't think they want to.
Yeah, they don't want that forgiveness.
Yeah, because I don't need it. I'm not. It's like there's, how when you say, brother, I forgive you, and then some snide person goes, well, there's nothing to forgive.
Right.
It's like that.
Yeah.
It's like that, And I think that's, I think that attitude that people have is very reminiscent of the attitude demons have.
Right.
Because people don't, because God can forgive anything.
He's God.
Yeah, and he loves his creation. He made us. He made all of us. He made them too.
Yeah.
And God is by definition love. So it's not so much that it doesn't make sense for him to sit there and want to just like throw away something he made.
Yeah.
Because they didn't do this or that, and now all of a sudden they're not worthy. Like that's not consistent with anything I've seen in the Bible. No, what makes more sense is people go.
Oh, I'm losing you.
God. If you submit, then you're by definition not God. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Satan says he wants to be like the Most High. Well, you have to reject God definition.
Hello?
Yeah, I noticed the bandwidth cut out.
Yeah,
again.
I lost you for a second.
Yeah. But we got Calyx on. You want to read what he said?
Calyx. Hey, my boys are back. I haven't felt well. I'm sorry, you're not feeling well.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
But damn, 80 minutes ago? Yep, that's about when we started. We read a little bit of Genesis, and now we're listening to a documentary about demons.
Yep.
And we're more or less kind of making fun of it, really.
Yeah, arguing with him because he says demons can't be saved or whatever, and I'm like, I don't think they want to be. Is long and short of it. So that's where we're at. We'll give it. What do you think, Trevor? Give it another minute. React to one more thing, then move on.
Okay.
All right. Sweet.
To be bound together in marriage is a very difficult thing. There are many forces that will pull you apart.
Hey, we were just making fun of Jordan Peterson.
When it comes to the second rebellion in the Genesis 6 episode, I think we need to sort of see again in a different way how this sort of plays into New Testament theology. Is it a coincidence that that is dealt with and eliminated, effectively reversed if you kill off, all the vestiges of this, by Moses, Joshua, and David? You say, well, why would we care about that? Moses, Joshua, and David, yeah, they're famous. We like those guys. What do they all have in common? What they all have in common is they are foreshadowings, prototypes, types of Jesus. I don't think it's a coincidence that you have those three individuals that are responsible for the elimination of at least this one aspect of this rebellion. I mean, just think about Jesus a little bit. He is the prophet like unto Moses. That's certainly true. But he's also superior to Moses, and he's superior to the law. This is a familiar thing that plays out in Scripture. The superiority, like in the book of Hebrews, the preeminence of Jesus to the Mosaic system. With Joshua as the warrior, the human warrior, in operating in tandem with the captain of the Lord's host, the angel of the Lord in the Old Testament, the leader of God's armies. Well, who leads God's armies at the eschaton? It's Jesus.
It's Jesus. I have to run. I will be right back.
All right, then.
I'm sorry.
You run. All right. No, you're good. All right. Well, it's just me. Now you have to put up with me. Mwahaha. All right. Well, let's see here. What have we not discussed? Yeah, it's been a crazy couple of weeks. That's why things have felt a little off lately. Trevor is also learning to produce, which is, kind of what was always the goal, is we're trying to get this to where, this is mainly his show. So we're trying to get him, ready to produce and everything like that. And so he can come on whenever he likes and all that good stuff. So we're, that's why things are, if they're feeling a little off, that's why they're off. And also I am multitasking. So I'm trying to do stuff related to my world and do this at the same time. So if that's why things feel a little low energy, that's why I apologize if it feels that way. But anyway, so as far as this guy's documentary, though, I have been hearing about this Michael Hesler, so it looks like. Yeah, I've been hearing about him a lot on YouTube lately, and I have yet to really watch what he has to say and go into any deep study it or react to it. But so far, I mean, I don't agree with the demons not being redeemed thing, but I'm liking a lot of what he says. I don't feel like it's entirely wrong, and I just based on a first reaction anyhow. So, yeah, I think that's. So I feel like this would be somebody that we could look into further in the future. So, hey, he's back.
Sorry about that.
No, that was perfect timing because my brain, as soon as I said so, my brain went, and then you came back right in time. So you showed up right as my brain fart just kicked in, and I was out of things to say. So excellent work.
Yeah, no, I've been having bathroom issues as well. So
Casper, man. Casper.
Something's going on.
CIA.
Yeah.
Don't blame your pals on the CIA.
It's crazy.
All right.
I've never drank something, and then 20 minutes later, it's coming back out.
That's no good, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right. Well, okay. So I kind of missed the last couple sentences of what this guy said. So do you want to fill us in on what he was pointing out?
You
don't need to back it up. Do you remember it?
No, I don't.
All right, well, I'm going to back it up
then. The imagery is God's armies at the eschaton. It's Jesus. The imagery is quite consistent there. In fact, it's actually blended when it comes to the whole Joshua situation. And then, of course, with David, again, he is the new David. He's the ultimate David. He is the king of Israel. He is the king of all the nations. So you get these passages in the prophets that talk really oddly about someone descending from David, okay, ruling over a kingdom that includes Gentiles. This is in the latter prophets, this vision of the ultimate kingdom of God. And, well, lo and behold, look who we have. There are a lot of these things that we can see.
Okay, so just for the record, that's why we talk about the Jeremiah 31 covenant, and is Isaiah 53 and Jeremiah 31. It's kind of what he's talking about here. That whole latter covenant, what eventually becomes the new covenant.
Right.
So just for context.
Missing context.
All right. I think that's a good place to end it. Can you read the whole title of this documentary for people that want to see it more?
So the title is Demons documentary film with Dr. Michael S. Helser from Logos Bible Study Platform. That's the channel.
All right. Very good. Very good. Well, do you have any final thoughts, Mr. Trevor?
No, I might have to finish this later and see what more he has to say.
Sweet. All right. Well, guys, I think that's all we have for this video. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Faith, Fiction, and Folklore. If you did, we would love it if you would subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Rumble. We can also be found on X, Instagram, and Facebook. And we are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. Thank you again very much for listening, and we'll see you next time.